Space Marines 2. Oh my God. Listen, I'm going to go on a
My
little
cousin's
rant.
gonna take the lead on this one.
I'm going to go on a little rant. And this is coming off the heels in our earlier videos where I proclaim my love to Space Marines 2. It was such an experience. It had such goodwill. It was like the perfect girlfriend or boyfriend. It was like you went to Build-A-Bear and it was made just for me. Well, we've been in a relationship for a little while and I'm starting to see some flaws. I'm starting to see some shit I don't like, and I'm really rethinking, like, do I really want to be with you? Because I really could just do better on my own. Let's get into the shit. So first, and I watch a lot of Space Marines 2 content on YouTube and Twitter and any social media because I was die hard. This is coming from somebody that did the full 4 levels of prestige on 2 different classes, on tactical and the Vanguard. So don't tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. The major complaint, which everybody's complaining, is the prestige system is broken. No one wants to do that shit. Every time you get maxed out, and to get prestige, you have to reset back to level 1. What the fuck? 4 times. Not 1, not 2 times. That shit is so fucking irritating. It's such a fucking grind. And I will say this, listen, if you're gonna make me grind, at least make the perks worth it. And the perks for prestige ain't fucking worth it, my G. It's not. It's not. You just can't, no one can argue that the prestige system is good, is great. No, it's like a punishment for those who is really about this Space Marine 2 life. That's number 1. I just gotta get that out the way because that's really what pisses me off more. Like I said, I got to prestige level 4 on 2 different classes. So don't tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say the grind versus the reward trade-off. It's not there. And the amount of time it takes to reset, get all your perks back, and then get hit like, oh, you about to do it all over again? No, it's just like a punishment. It is not a reward. The perks are not good enough. They have to do something about that. They've been continually annoying the motherfucking complaint from the community about that fucking prestige system. They need to fix that shit. Stop fucking throwing bullshit on top of fucking shit, okay? Shit plus shit is shit. It's more shit. That's number 1. Okay, let me calm down. Whew, let me calm down. That's the first thing, all right? And this is coming from somebody who loves Space Marine. I done put over 150 hours in this game. Listen, this is from a fan. This is from a true fan. We was simping on Space Marine 2 hard and saying it was the best thing since melted butter. So don't say this is coming from people that's hating on the game, that oh it was so great and now you're hating. No, I've been in a relationship with Space Marines 2 for a while, so I see some flaws, and I'm not of the type to say, oh, let me fix you. No, baby, you need to come to this relationship already established at a certain base. I'm not here to fix no motherfucking body in a relationship, okay? No. That's something you need to do. So they need to fix that prestige shit. There's a lot of still issues with loading and stability. Like, I was on wave on the hard mode at 22 and the fucking game disconnected and I lost all progress and I didn't get, come on, bruh. At this point, how long Space Marines 2 been out? We should not still be fucking dealing with shit like that. Come on. And I watched the video and it was very interesting and I didn't even think about it. It talked about the lack of content and complains that Helldivers 2 has more to offer to its players than Space Marines 2. And I really had to think about it and I was like, you know what? I can see their point. I'm not saying that it's true, but I can kind of see what they're talking about. There's a quote: "Lack of content. People want more new stuff to be dropped at a quicker clip. People want the grind, but yet they want to feel rewarded and want to make it seem like their time was value and worth the fucking sacrifice." Another guy said, "Honestly, Helldivers 2 has a lot more replayability than Space Marines 2. After a while, the maps in Space Marine are just repetitive. a critical point. Players feel Space Marine 2 launch content and drop pace aren't matching the expectation for long-term engagement. And that is reflective in their player count or player base monthly. The numbers are down. People are feeling saying, hey, I'll come back to Space Marines in 6 months once enough shit releases. And when people are thinking like that, your shit is kind of dead. When people say, yo, I'll wait a year before I come back to Space Marines, just so all the content can kind of catch up, is very alarming. So the retention risk that Space Marines is facing is very alarming. And the feedback in the community, it's just not good right now. And a lot of people are just fed up. And like I said, Space Marines 2, if you're playing on PC, you can play I guess you sign up for something and you can get some of the content early. And so you can get, some type of, I guess, feeling of, oh, this is some new shit. Let me test it out. But console players like me and my cousin, nah, you don't get to test out shit like that early. And only has, it was ported, had 7,000 concurrent players, where a couple of months ago they were clearing over 100K repeatedly. And so the numbers are down. Like, people are saying, hey, I'll see you in a year. I know we talked about the roadmap, but yeah. And apparently, this game did make money. It did, make enough money to where they said they can support up to 3 or 4 years of quote unquote content dropping. And they already funded Space Marines 3, that is in pre-production, whatever phase they want to call it. So apparently they still got like 2 more years of dropping content for Space Marine 2, but I don't know if the player count is gonna make it or be there. Once the studio starts seeing they dropping shit and the player count is not kind of like respectable, Space Marine content might stop at some point and they'll start focusing on Space Marines 3, because they just gotta start listening to the feedback. Like, fix that prestige system. Number one, if they fix the prestige system, gave some better perks, they probably can bring a lot of people back. And I will say this too, the community is kind of a little toxic. So if you are not prestige 4 and you go to a hard mode, you're gonna get kicked. Like, you'll load in and all that, and they look and you're not prestige 4, they'll kick you. And so there's some of that, and that's another reason why some people left, because they, as a higher ranking Space Marine or as somebody at a higher level of prestige, it's kind of your responsibility to bring people with you, carry the team, show people the ropes, teach these motherfuckers how it's done. You're not just supposed to kick them, because that's gonna kill the game. If new players can't come and play and have fun with the older people, it's over for Space Marines Online. I'm just saying. And I say this with all the love in all the world. I love you, Space Marines, too, but we got some problems in this relationship. And I've actually stopped playing Space Marines. I think I'm going on 3 weeks, because I was playing that shit heavy for a long time. Long time. Like I said, I prestige level 4 on 2 different classes. So 150 hours. So yeah, Space Marines got some problems. And this little screenshot of this of this character is kind of how I feel in my soul when I look at Space Marines 2. It's just like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. You better start showing me something, or I'm gonna have to leave you for good. I ain't coming back. Because sometimes when I leave shit. I don't come back. And my cousin will tell you, it's a lot of games I put down and I just never went back. Even after they quote unquote fixed shit or brought shit back that was worth playing. Nope. Once I'm jaded, I'm jaded. But you got anything to say about this long rant I just went on?
You covered everything. Only thing I will say is the 2 to 3 year thing of content. I can understand that because it had a season 2 pass and they kept it strictly to cosmetics, as they said they would. When the game came out, they did strictly say this is not a live service game, and they were not going to treat it as such. Live service games do require at least most people are used to and accustomed to drip feeding of content and a steady, just ongoing of adding newer things to the game, and that's not going to happen. But once a player base does dwindle, it does dwindle. There are only rare exceptions in the case of Fortnite, where they have the money and the means to add such big and granular things to the game to bring people back. They did the classic mapping, etc. But hopefully they get it together. Me personally, I am not a fan of prestige. I have never saw the point in working so hard to achieve greatness and to just give it all up for something mediocre, a trait, a perk, a thing like Call of Duty's prestige. I think it's the dumbest thing. It is just meant to keep you playing, keep engagement, so you don't move on to the next. But
I want to ask you though, do you think me and other Space Marine 2 fans that are making the content and are complaining about the prestige mode, do you think that we are warranted to try to dictate the adjustment of the prestige system? Or are
yes,
we asking too much the studio?
no, you are warranted to, I wouldn't use the word dictate. You are warranted to want a course correction on the game that you are playing. And the reason why I say that is you are the hardcore audience. You are the people that will continue to play the game once content has dried, once people have moved on and moved along. The hardcore is the ones who stay. Even when said Space Marines 3 comes out, the casuals and hardcore pick it up. Some may not like what they did with that, and the hardcore will continue to play number 2. Once again, people forget the people that gets them to this fame, this higher stature. You get caught up in the fame, the money, and everything else. Well, no, you all are not wrong for that. But I mean, me personally, like I said, I don't sit prestige modes unless it's done in a certain way, and it's never been done in a certain way that I like. Why would I give up what I worked so hard for? Now, I congratulate them on everything they have done to the game. They've added new missions, weapons. They've done great for all the free content that they have, but that just goes to show how much that game has sold. Season Pass 1 and 2. So, hey, but yes, they do need to get it together. There are more also glaring issues with that game than just the Season Pass. I've complained beforehand that it seems I don't know if it's a technical issue with PlayStation and Xbox system, but the game cannot keep up with itself. If
Oh
you
yeah.
parry Xeno and go to do another one and parry another, as much as they're throwing the attacks at you, the game can't keep up with you parrying it, and you'll just get hurt. And it's like, yo, I know I parried that, especially if you deck your build out correctly. You go fencing, you have a bigger parrying window, and there are many times I have gotten slapped, hurt, down, whatever. And I'm like, hey, I know I did my job. Yeah, but that's about it. I won't beat a dead horse or too much, whatever the saying is,
Yeah,
etc.
you did bring up a good point because I forgot all about the fucking loading times. Oh my fucking god! And like, and it's still like I
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
Oh god,
I hope they do fix that up.
I
Now I
I,
understand
I don't think there's no
that.
fixing them.
Well, I was gonna say I hope they fix up with the next game.
Oh okay.
So the way that the game works is you can play completely offline. You can play it without being attached to the servers. You will not earn any trophies. To
Mm,
earn or make certain progression, you have to be tied to the online, and I believe the online is connected to Games Workshop servers. I'm pretty sure they're very
yeah.
adamant that people and etc. Warhammer is a very long and respected IP, cherished by a lot of people, nerds, and everything else in between. And I say that wholeheartedly because I love it as well. I'm not as deep into it because I ain't got the time for that. My hobbies list is filled. But the whatever official servers the game is tied to, you all need to let that go because it is a detriment to the playing and enjoyment of the game. There's no reason I can go make a sandwich, use the bathroom, check an email, check the regular mail, pay a few bills, and come back, and the game is loading resources or loading game logic.
Hmm.
That's absurd. That's crazy. But hey, it's all in the day of gaming. Our highs and our lows and everything else in between. But let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know how you feel. Are you all even still playing Space Marines in today's hot age of quick adrenaline fix and short-term entertainment? Hey, are you still playing this wonderful third-person shooter, serving the Emperor's will?
Yeah, or are you about to break up with Space Marines too, like I am? Cause you're fed up with the shit. But let me know if I'm just too emotional. Let me know if you really are about this prestige system. I just gotta say, I watch so many YouTube videos and everybody is complaining about the same thing. I don't think they can continue to ignore this prestige system and think that players are gonna stick around. Moving on.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?